Most people interested in cryptocurrency are interested for one reason and one reason only: life-changing gains that produces financial freedom, early retirement, and for many of you, for the first time ever, girlfriends. But the truth is, many of the people who are reaping these benefits already bought into crypto a while back. I've been here for years, and I can tell you that the gains are sweet. But have you missed the opportunity to become a millionaire in crypto? Can Ethereum still make you a millionaire, or have you completely missed out? We answer those questions and more today. Let's get it. BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap gets you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.io. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money and crypto, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button so more people can find out about Ethereum. One way you could get some free crypto is by signing up for Bybit. You can get a $500 deposit bonus by signing up at bybit.bitboy.live. A VPN may be required depending upon where you live. Now, after you sign up, visit the link down below in the description to sign up for the BitBoy trading competition, where we will be giving away a full Bitcoin to the top traders in the competition. You start trading with as little as $100 for the competition and win. So make sure to sign up today. Now, in this video, we are going to be discussing Ethereum. It hit all-time highs today and people are freaking out. Meanwhile, they're also wondering, how high will Ethereum go? Then we'll be discussing a killer strategy you can use in order to make the most money possible. Some of it is a little risky, so speculation warning. But these are proven ways people have made money. One guy literally turned $800 into $1 million over the summer. This happened with the DeFi craze. Now, if you want to find out how he did it, make sure to stay tuned all the way until the end of this video. I believe Lightning has the opportunity to strike twice with DeFi, so you're definitely going to want to pay attention. But we have to start with what is going on with the Ethereum price and the further potential explosion for it. As of this moment, the price of Ethereum has dipped back down under $1,400 to $1,386. But by the time you watch this, the price could be well above all-time highs, or it could be back down below $1,300. Just keep in mind, the actual current price of Ethereum is not drastically important for where the price is heading in the relative short term. And by that, I mean in the next few weeks. According to the coin market cap chart of Ethereum, it is now firmly at all-time highs. But this is totally dependent upon which exchange you use as a reference point or an indicator. CoinMarketCap uses the weekly chart and aggregate prices, but some exchanges showed higher prices for Ethereum in 2018 than anything on CoinMarketCap. In general, there were three prices people were honing in on: $1,448, which was the highest price any exchange showed during that time in 2018, $1,428, and then $1,418. $1,428 is the general price most people use as the all-time high number. Earlier today, the $1,448 number was challenged, and the $1,418 price was definitely broken, so was $1,428. I feel confident in saying most people consider the price of Ethereum overnight to have hit a new all-time high. But here's the thing. Just like we see with Bitcoin, I'm very confident that the price of Ethereum will set many new all-time highs over about the next 3 weeks and beyond. We're seeing the price of Ethereum break out the same way we saw the price of Bitcoin break out once it pierced all-time highs. This helps us to understand how our top crypto assets may perform once they break all-time highs. The Ethereum run is going to be an interesting case study to examine as we anticipate new all-time highs for other projects that were popular in 2017 and in January of 2018 during our last true altcoin season. Those projects to watch would include Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Cardano, and others. So you need to be paying close attention to Ethereum over the next few days and weeks. So checking out what Bitcoin did when it broke all-time highs, you would see that over a period of 24 days, 23 days, and 20 hours to be exact, the price broke out a total of 113% before running into rejection at $42,000 and floundering for a bit. We also, though, by the way, have reason to believe that Bitcoin is getting ready to break out again soon, but that's for a different video. Remember that for all those guys that flip-flop every other day when we tell you prices are on the move upwards. Since Bitcoin is the only asset, though, we really had to compare Ethereum to, let's examine what Ethereum could do if it follows a similar track. Here's a chart showing a likely path of Ethereum, and if you want to get excited, then now's the time. If Ethereum follows this track, the price of one Ethereum will be over $3,000 before Valentine's Day, by February 12th to be exact. For me personally, I'm going to actually be conservative on my next Ethereum prediction. Let's go over my track record for big predictions. I said early last year that the price of Bitcoin would hit all-time highs on December 23rd of 2020, give or take a week. Exactly 7 days before December 23rd, on the 16th, Bitcoin hit all-time highs. For Ethereum, I said we would hit all-time highs on January 17th. Early on January 19th, today, literally less than 30 hours after I predicted, Ethereum hit all-time highs. So you should probably listen to what I'm telling you here. Ethereum will be hitting $2,500 by Valentine's Day. This is the move that we have been anticipating and I've been talking about forever. I expect Bitcoin to be somewhere close to $50,000 by Valentine's Day, meaning that Ethereum will be climbing in its Bitcoin percentage. We've discussed if the Ethereum price can get to even 8% of the price of one Bitcoin, we could be looking at a $27,000 Ethereum if Bitcoin cooperates. With Ethereum at $2,500 and Bitcoin at $50,000, we would already be seeing that number double from where it was a couple weeks ago at 2.5%, all the way to 5% of Bitcoin's price, if not higher. Okay, so Ethereum basically 2.5x's in about a month. Pretty good. But unless you had $400,000 in Ethereum before that, it won't make you a millionaire. So how can you turn a small amount into a large fortune? Hold on and let us pause for a speculation warning. Speculation warning. The following information could lead to you making massive amounts of money or losing all of your money and becoming homeless. The answer to the million-dollar question is DeFi, or decentralized finance. We were making a killing over the summer with projects hitting the moon left and right. Decentralized finance is the future of not just Ethereum, but crypto in general. And it makes sense. Cryptocurrency is a financial market, and DeFi is the manifestation of blockchain in the financial sector. So put 2 and 2 together and you get $4 million potentially. But a quick look at DeFi Pulse shows that there's $25 billion locked up in DeFi. We examine a little bit further and break that down. You see that that's actually about 7 million ETH locked up. That's 6% of all Ethereum locked up in DeFi. That's pretty good. But counting the Ether locked up in validator nodes, or ETH 2.0, number is actually a much higher percent. This is great news for the Ethereum price, and the institutional run of FOMO into Ethereum we've talked about for a long time hasn't even came close to happening yet. But the deeper news and analysis here is that there's a ton of opportunity in DeFi. Obviously, looking at DeFi blue chip coins like Aave, Synthetics, Maker, Compound, Yearn Finance, Curve, and others is a solid strategy. We've been adding to our DeFi holdings like crazy lately, and it's been paying off. But there are a lot of other strategies we can use to turn a little into a lot. One less degenerate strategy than throwing all your money in random finance coins is to forecast the huge amount of problems the Ethereum network is going to have if we truly are onto round 2 of the DeFi pump. Looking back at the Ethereum pump over August last year, you would have noticed the largest moves were coinciding with the DeFi craze. This was when things were absolutely exploding in DeFi and for Ethereum. I mean, the price doubled in a few days. Very similar to what we've just seen over the last month. But with this explosion came some harsh realities for Ethereum. It just can't scale as is. Gas fees were probably the ultimate factor in pushing the price of Ethereum lower and popping round 1 of the DeFi bubble. Gas fees were upwards of $100 per transaction. For smaller traders, that negates a lot of their profits. So because of this, we can see a huge opportunity bubbling up for the likes of Cardano, Polkadot, Cosmos, Binance Smart Chain, Tezos, and others. The glaring weakness of Ethereum at the peak of the next DeFi swell will likely leave opportunity for other protocols and platforms to pump on the speculation that they could fix the ETH gas problems. But the most degenerate way people can turn a little into a lot over the next few months will be by betting on super small and new finance coins. Now, before we get into how one trader turned $800 into $1 million, I want to explain what we will be doing on this channel during this time. Over the last DeFi run, we covered a ton of those smaller, high-gain yielding projects. Some of them were even sponsored, but on this next run, we're not going to be focusing on those really, really small coins a ton again. As you'll see, looking at this story, to make life-changing money, though, you do have to take big risks on getting rug pulled. But we just feel like our responsibility in this space on this channel has grown so much over the last year, we can't take the risk of letting people get wrecked, even though it is part of the game. Those losses are baked into the big gains people get. So if you're a small finance coin, don't be contacting this channel. We won't be covering them unless they are blue chippers, like Aave, Synthetics, etc. But this guy, Razor, or @RazorETH on Twitter, posted a thread on how he turned $800 into $1 million. You can visit his Twitter account to see the entire thread, but here's the deal. This guy's been in crypto a while, so he gets the game. He understands it. But in August of this year, Razor started with 1.8 ETH and ended it with over 500 ETH by flipping coins in the DeFi space. By the end of the month, he started piling in 50 to 100 ETH in anything that could go up, something familiar to me. Many of those projects, though, he lost money on due to rug pull scams. These are huge in the space, and I personally fell victim to rug pulls and yield farming projects with dump-a-mentals to the tune of 6 figures in the last DeFi run, so I get it. And I told you guys then, if you want to make money in this DeFi craze, you have to build in huge losses to your profit strategy. While I lost a lot to these scams and bad projects, the ones that hit made me much more money than the ones that exited. So the long and short of it is that you have to have balls of steel and be willing to take big losses to cash out the biggest gains. But just remember, it comes with risk. So if you're risk adverse, you just park yourself in ETH and watch the gains come in. You will likely get a girlfriend by Valentine's Day. I guess there's a first time for everything. But guys, where do you think ETH is heading to? Also, do you think that we are heading to round 2 of the DeFi craze? Drop your predictions for that down below. And also, don't forget to smash the like button for us on your way out. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.